Hey guys, El Flamingo here, your coach of the Forex Attack. Today we're going over the team I brought to Melbourne Regionals. It's a little bit of an odd team and it took me a little while to put it together. Had a bit of input from some friends and stuff like that, and this is what I ended up with. I'm going to go through sort of my process of what I took to get here and then where I think the team could go from here. So this is a team here. We've gone with a Palkia Calyrex Ice as the restricted duo, and then the supporting cast of Amoonguss, Porygon 2, Incineroar, and Tapu Fini. So nothing super out of the ordinary here. I guess some of the different sort of things I brought with me on this particular team is I went with Metal Herb on the Palkia, which actually came in quite handy because a lot of people like me were running the Incineroar with the safety goggles and often with the Taunt, and that was their Palkia Calyrex sort of way to get around it. So I went with Metal Herb and it was actually super useful. Three standard moves in Spatial Ran, Hydro Pump, and the Trick Room. And then the fourth move, I went with Flamethrower over Earth Power. Although the special defense increases would have been nice, the Flamethrower was just, this team is a little bit, I guess, Shedinja weak, and so I didn't want to, just lose to Shedinja after they took out P2 and Incin, which would be my only two Pokemon that hit it. And then it was also really nice for setting up Sun, which let Incineroar KO Bulkizations and Villabooms with Flare Blitz. So running quite a bulky one as well. It's modest with 116 special attack EVs, 12 speed EVs just to kind of speed creep people who have gone like 4 EV Trick Room Palkias, because ideally this team was looking to set up Trick Room against faster teams, but not wanting the opponent to set up Trick Rooms when I was going up against slower teams. So generally against other Palkia Calyrex team, my Palkia and Calyrex were faster, so I didn't want Trick Room going up there. And then the Calyrex, I wasn't running the weakness policy sort of set. I was running the Berry with Glacial Lance, High Horsepower, Sword Dance, and Trick Room, no Protect, and Sword Dance, which is a little bit different. I actually stole this exact set off Cloverfield, so I should probably link him below. I'll link his channel below because I don't want to take any, I guess, responsibility. Probably not the right word, but I don't want to take the credit for this set. I did not come up with it at all. As I was scouting out different teams and stuff like that, I liked that this was a faster Calyrex build. It meant I could outspeed other Calyrexes and other Pokemon like not min speed Amoonguss outside of Trick Room, because some Amoonguss were running enough speed IVs to outspeed things like Calyrex outside of Trick Room. So I had like a little bit of faster Calyrex Ice with 20 speed EVs, Adamant Nature, 108 special defense EVs. This really helped with the Kyogre matchup, and I could just take those max geysers. Water spouts from the Kyogre much easier. I've gone the Focus Sash Amoonguss. This was using. I did have some EVs set out, but when it came to actually building the team in game, I ended up just grabbing the gift Amoonguss, the shiny one that was like some Korean players Amoonguss, and I put Focus Sash on it and put Pollen Puff over Clear Smog. And yeah, Pollen Puff, originally I had like Giga Drain and I had a more supportive Tapu Fini, but decided to go with Pollen Puff instead. This was really good for keeping my Tapu Fini alive. And then I've gone the standard sort of P2. I went more of a specially defensive one because I did have the Incineroar there to drop attack as well as max dragon moves from the Palkia, which was generally my main max option. So I went with more of a specially defensive one. This let me live, I think it's a modest specs water spout in the rain. So from the Kyogre, yeah, and then the rest dump into defense, which just happened to let me live Sacred Swords from a max attack adamant Zation, but not the choice band close combat from the Urshifu. Incineroar. This is just a spread I've been using for ages. To be honest with you, I've kind of forgotten what it does, but it's more specially defensive. Again, I've got Intimidate there to help with the physical offense. It does let me live the Sacred Sword from the Zation. Flare Blitz, Parting Shot, Throat Chop, Fake Out, nothing special there. I actually, if I was to use this team again, I would change the Incineroar slot. Not slot, but one of the moves, and we'll go through that later. And then this was probably my most unusual Pokemon on the team. This is Tapu Fini with leftovers, Misty Surge, and running all bulk. But it's Protect, Moonblast, Carmine, Iron Defense. So this let me just kind of stay on the field and stall for a long period of time, especially against lower level players. So early on, Tapu Fini was so clutch, and even if there was just one threat on the other team, normally Zapdos or Thundurus or something like that, if I can deal with that, then Tapu Fini just sits there, and this thing can just take absolute punishment. So this survives. Before anything, it just lives as Zation Behemoth Blade, and then from there, like Iron Defense, after 1 it does less than 50%, after 2 it does a quarter. So seeing people's faces drop as their Zation is doing nothing to you, is kind of funny. But this was originally a more supportive role with like Heal Pulse and Nature's Madness. But this was suggested to me by Masto. He felt it was a good fit for the team, and after using it, I think I tend to agree. So yeah, this is a team here. So where I started off with Palkia, Indeedee, Lurantis, P2, and the Calyrex and Incineroar. I like the Lurantis just because, like Incineroar switching in, it kind of just boost its attack. Also had superpower running the AV, so it could just take heaps of punishment. So I was able to 1v1 a few Zations with that. The problem with this team was like Trick Room was up. Sometimes I just felt like things weren't doing anything. Whereas once I slipped the Amoonguss on there over the Lurantis, like I was just sleeping shit left, right, and center. I saw this is the team I got from Clover, and yeah, this is when I started to think about putting Tapu Fini in the team. Still give me that terrain control, but also protect my Calyrex from what's the word I'm looking for? From status moves, especially Will-O-Wisp. And then the Palkia, yeah, it's got some anti-synergy there with setting up the Misty Terrain and like decreasing the amount of damage coming off Dragon moves. But I was also doing that to the opponent, so it wasn't too bad me doing that. I then also looked at Resident Unleash at the Brisbane Regionals. They used a Palkia Calyrex team. They had, so I'm guessing they probably had a faster Calyrex. I couldn't actually find any EVs or anything. It was over the Tapu Fini slot. They had the Regieleki, which I'm guessing could set up Electro Webs. Was also maybe a fast max option. Get special defense drops with Max Darkness for the Palkia to do damage, or do Electro Web so then Palkia could outrun shit. Because Palkia can outrun shit after an Electro Webs. Alex Underhill, I think it was Alex Underhill, did quite well with the Palkia Calyrex team with a Gothitelle in it. I just wasn't comfortable with it. Like I tried it, but I don't know. I'm just not good enough to use Goth. I think Goth has a high skill cap on it. I know he was just spamming Hypnosis, but I still think knowing what to trap, when to switch, yeah, that was. I just found that difficult to use. So my first iteration of the team actually ended up being the final one, but it was a supportive Tapu Fini with Heal Pulse, and it was Giga Drain on the Amoonguss. I then tried a Scarfed Obstagoon during the peak of Rinya Sun. Obstagoon had Parting Shot, Knockoff, Brick Break, and Rain Dance. So I found it was super useful at increasing the damage output from my Palkia and Calyrex. I could either set Rain and then have Max Geysers in the Rain from the get-go. I could also knock off berries at least for the Palkia. Brick Break also broke Grimmsnarl screens before the attack, but after the Grimmsnarl set it. And then Parting Shot also gave me lots of defensive utility. Knockoff also gave me defensive utility, getting rid of Life Orbs, getting rid of all that sort of stuff. So it was that was a really fun team to use, and I'll definitely be going back to the Obstagoon set because I was also a bit worried about Calyrex Shadow, which didn't end up being too much of an issue. And of course, Knockoff just KO'd it straight away, so that wasn't a problem. Then I went like a bulky Life Orb Thunderous. It was enough attack EVs to KO the standard sort of Charizard, enough speed EVs to outspeed it as well, and then a HP dump up to a Life Orb number, and then the rest chucked into 4 in defense and the rest into special defense. And that was running Protect, Rain Dance, Wild Charge, and Fly. And that was actually super useful, especially since they wouldn't lead Incineroar first, so you'd do something like a Rain Dance next to Palkia, and then be able to set the Trick Room quite easily against the Charizard. This is specifically for the Rinya Sun matchup, and then the next turn they'd lead with the Incineroar to fake it out, and all of a sudden you give it a +1 boost and you just KO and shit. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So that was the bulky Thunderous, Life Orb Thunderous I was trying, and then we finally got back to the original, the final team, which had the Iron Defense, Calm Mind, Tapu Fini, and the Pollen Puff onto the Amoonguss. Some changes I'd make to the team. I keep my Palkia the same. The bulk was really nice. I got to just survive so many attacks. The Calyrex I'd keep. I didn't think I'd be clicking Sword Dance that much, but I found myself clicking it a lot, especially if I could see a passive turn come. I could just boost my attack sky high, and then even if they try and bring in Incineroar, I'm max quaking it, easy peasy. I wouldn't change the Amoonguss set. I wouldn't change the P2 set. I would change my Incineroar set. I'd get rid of Throat Chop. It was semi-useful, but I think Snarl would have just been much nicer there. Going a more bulkier spread, so no speed. Not running min speed, 72, just running a sassy nature, but with full speed IVs. And yeah, then a attack dump and a special attack dump, because that would still let me be able to max it and get big damage onto the two main Pokemon you want to get damage onto, the Calyrex and the specifically the Calyrex Shadow and the the Dawn Wings, but the other one, whatever the fuck it's called, Lunala. So that would probably be my change to this specific team. Been having some fun with this Dialga team. So running the Mental Herb on it again. Lots of bulk. I'm hitting the same speed that I was before, but I think I've changed that. Yeah, so this team is really cool. So running the same Calyrex, same Amoonguss, but I'm running a Mandibuzz with Tailwind, and running the black glasses. So because I couldn't really think of an item to use, but then I found if I put black glasses on Mandibuzz, it guarantees an OHKO onto non-bulky Calyrex Shadow Riders, and the fusations I played with it, it did about 40%. So that is absolute gangbusters. Then Snarl on there, of course, for lots of fun. Then I kept the Throat. I kept the same Incineroar spread as before, just because I did have the Snarl on the Mandibuzz. And then the Tapu Fini Carmine Iron Defense set. This team's been really fun to use so far because, like, you can outspeed some slower stuff with the Calyrex in Tailwind, and yeah, this has been lots of fun to use. Not sure how well it would do, but the other good thing is, like, Mandibuzz next to Dialga lets you just, like, boost defenses and then Roost, Snarl Stall, Foul Play, Intimidate Cycling. Like, it's how I like to play. It's really fun team to use. So we've got my so these were the teams I played. So round one, I played this team was actually quite difficult for me to play against. Groudon Ho-Oh with the Dragapult to proc weakness policy with Surf. It was a dual screens Will-O-Wisp Dragapult, so it wasn't. I just left it there because I had the Tapu Fini to stop Will-O-Wisp doing anything. Like, all it could do was set screens. I think with this sort of Dragapult set, you need, because you've got Will-O-Wisp, I think you need another move over Reflect, either Phantom Force or I tend to run Breaking Swipe, but that was in a pre-Zacian meta. So I think in a Zacian meta, you would run Phantom Force because it lets you max it too, get off big max Ghost against and get those defense drops. But anyway, yeah, so this was quite a rough matchup. I lost game 2. I got my Tapu Fini all boosted up. Groudon wasn't doing anything. Ho-Oh was like -2 attack. I didn't have much HP left on my Fini, but a Protect, and I was just KOing stuff. Turns out it was a mixed Ho-Oh with Heat Wave, and Heat Wave KO'd me because I had no Carmine boost yet, and at a +2 it did enough damage to do about a third, which yeah, was very surprising. And then game 3, Tapu Fini ran away with the game again. I went against the Calyrex Reshiram in game 2, in round 2, and there was just nothing. They had nothing for Tapu Fini. Look at that team. I ended up with +4, +3, +3 Tapu Fini, and I was just KOing everything, and there was nothing they could do. Every time Misty Terrain, when Misty Terrain went away, I set it up again by maxing it, and then yeah, I just targeted around the Amoonguss. There was nothing it could do. It would eventually start putting me to sleep again, but by then it was just dead friend syndrome. This was a really good game. He round 3 brought a Rotom-Mow, which is pretty sick to see, but he didn't bring it against me. Game 1, he led the Calyrex, and I feel the Incineroar, and it imprisoned Trick Roomed, and I just KO'd it turn 1 with Foul Play and Pollen Puff, I think it was. And then, yeah, then I was just set up Trick Room myself and then went from there. Actually, no, he imprisoned it, and then I had to KO it, and then I got to set up Trick Room, and then I just went from there. Game 2, he led Kartana and Incineroar. I led Amoonguss and Palkia that time, and I maxed my Palkia and just KO'd the Kartana turn 1 with Max Flare. Switched out the Fungus, brought in the Incineroar, so it wasn't doing any damage to me. So that was yeah, that was a very good win. Lost to Cats. He just had Focus Sash on the Incineroar, which bugged me game 3. If I had got that KO, I would have been fine, but I didn't. And yeah, he just had the right tech. And there wasn't much I could do about it. Just the Incin and Rillaboom cycling he did was just really good. Game 3, I went up against Infamous Chris and another Soggy Doggy team. This time he didn't have Rillaboom, so that kind of worked in my advantage. Game 2 I lost. I can't remember why I lost that. I don't think I had enough boosts on my Tapu Fini. But Game 3 I just had too many boosts on my Tapu Fini, and I just predicted his switches. I max quaked into Zacian, into a protecting Zacian, with a +2 Calyrex, and then next turn I maxed Ice into it, and that would have picked up the KO on the Zacian, but he switched in the Zapdos, and then he didn't really have anything to max after that. So that was, yeah. Lunadon was my round 7 match, and that was very frustrating. Game 2 I won. I led the P2 Amoonguss, switched into Finny, and stopped the sleep powder nonsense, got my setup, and then there wasn't much you could do. Game 3 I thought there's no way he lets me do it again. So I don't switch out the Amoonguss. He just does the same thing again, and I was just on the back foot, and he won there. And then last round, which you can't see here, there it is. There was against Soggy Doggy again, and yeah, again the Rillaboom Incineroar cycling was just too much for my team to handle. The Amoonguss was an issue, but I don't think I brought the Tapu Fini either. Oh no, I did bring the Tapu Fini, but the Rillaboom was doing too much damage with stab wood hammers in the grassy terrain. So yeah, anyway, that's my Melbourne run. Pretty happy with how it went overall. Like I said, there's only a few little changes I'd make to the team, and getting 21st out of, what was it, 87, 88, something like that, is not too bad. So I'm quite happy with how it went. One more win would have actually put me in top 8 because of my resistance, but hey, you get that. Yeah, so that's it guys, that's me logging off. I'm about to have a battle with Snoot, who came second at the Melbourne Regionals. He has a Calyrex Shadow Rider and Zacian team, with an interesting pick in Melodic, which I assume is going to be, well, we've already had the battle, so I don't need to assume. It's a Coil Melodic, it's fucking annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna switch over to Past Me, who's playing against Snoot. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Alright, so we've hooked up with Snoot. So he's got quite the interesting team here. He has Melodic, Calyrex Shadow Rider, Incineroar, Zacian, Thundurus, and the Rillaboom. So, if I think this Melodic is going to be a bit of an issue. It's not sure what set it's running. So, I think I need to lead with the Porygon. Only super effective attack, I assume, is coming from the what's it called? Zacian. And with that, I'll lead the Amoonguss, because that'll let me either redirect or sleep something. If he leads a Calyrex, I'll probably just double into it turn 1. And then in the back, Calyrex looks really good here. Especially into the bottom 2. Palkia looks pretty good as well. And I think I'll go Incin. Mainly for the give me another way to hit the Zacian. I think my adaptation will be no Incin, no Palkia, and bring Calyrex and Tapu Fini if I go down that path. But I think this is a pretty good place to start. So if he leads Calyrex Thundurus, which I think is like a pretty standard lead there, I've got to figure out if it's a Trick Room, which I feel like it would be. Okay. Now I kind of wish I had the Fini. So I might just sleep this Melodic straight away, and I think Foul Play into the Calyrex, and we will Spore into the Melodic. I think that's our go. So don't really want it getting attacks up, whatever that's bloody called, coils up. Ah, damn it. Okay. We don't get the foul play up. We'll go to Spore. Good. Now I think I'm pretty free to Spore and Trick Room. Push comes to shove, I get something else to sleep. So let's go Trick Room, and I think we just Spore into the Calyrex. Because if he switches it out, I get something else to sleep and I get Trick Room up. If he imprisons it, I just put it to sleep and I can attack into it next turn. But that Tabu Fini would be really nice here, right about now. Yep. And we'll see if it's Zacian. The Zacian's going very nice. Okay. So we know it's a guaranteed sleep turn next turn for the Zacian, so I think I'm pretty free to bring in the Palkia, and I might just try and see what item. Let's bring in the Palkia, and like, I think Pollen Puff. We'll just Pollen Puff. Like, I could Rage Powder. So now he's got Coil Melodic. At least we get some chip off. We'll see if it's Life Orb or what it is. I mean, sorry, Leftovers or whatever it is. Now it's got Protect on the Nations out. Yeah, it's lefties. Makes sense. Leftovers and Coil. So I really need the So let's Max Flare into this Zacian. And let's Rage Powder. Leftovers, Coil, and the Calyrex's Protect. I don't think I have what's necessary to take out this Melodic. You keep sleeping it as it wakes up. Rage Powder. So no Rage. What goes first? Rage Powder or Protect? Melodic wake up. Hypnosis. Okay. So I think we KO the Zacian here, unless he's like heavily bulk invested. Yeah, cool. But still, like, this Melodic is... Oh, did that crit matter? So what would possibly be in the back? Do I want to keep the sun up? I think I probably do want to keep the sun up. So I think we max guard and bring in the P2. I think that sounds good. So we know that his Melodic is far slower than Palkia. Ooh! Slower than Palkia. Oh, I thought he was maxing the Melodic there. That would have been funny as fuck. Yeah, cool. So he mustn't have max Psychic. This must be like prison in trick room. Prison trick room stuff. Let's just, oh no. Like, I think I just let the Palkia go to sleep. So let's max flare and let us, how many turns left of trick room? Last turn of trick room. Let's swap in here. Oh shit. Fuck. I was meant to swap out the Palkia. Oh shit. Anyway. Fuck. That was horseshit. Fuck. Alright. So I wasted one turn of sleep. And trick room's done. Which is what I fuck. Let's just go for the spatial rend into the melodic, and let's bring back in the P2. This always gets me when I play VGC, is I forget I've clicked the move, and then I want to go back and swap the Pokemon, but forget to go back and end up swapping out the wrong Pokemon. So yeah, shit happens. Shit fucking happens. So hopefully, Max Phantasm, correct? Yeah, fuck, that mattered. Damn it. God damn it. Fucking fuck. Fuck. Yep. Like, I think I'm gonna bring in the Ensign. I know I'm gonna give it plus to the whatever. Anyway. Alright, I think we're gonna call this one a loss because I'm a fucking idiot. That Palkia switch would have been modestly good. So let's fake out the melodic and let's just get some foul play damage onto this Calyrex, but I assume it's going to protect. Nope. Astral Barrage. Okay, injured Aston. This we kind of get to find out. Hypnosis, of course. Put that down. Hypnosis. Well, now I've got no way to really hit this melodic after letting that Palkia go down. We still don't know the item. Let's double into this Calyrex slot. I should just fucking give up, but anyway. Protect, we know it's got Astral Barrage. Does it get foul play? It does get foul play. Maybe Calyrex has foul play. Bloody Water. Protect. No. And of course I get the... Fuck. Now I'm just playing like horseshit. Fucking cunt fucker. Let's bring in this guy. I think the Calyrex might have foul play. Jeez. Okay, I'm just going to forfeit this because like it's a bit of a waste of time. Oh, wait a sec. Might not be. just gonna hypnosis my P2, isn't it? I think. How many coils has it got up? Oh, 2 coils. Let's play to our cards. Let's go Trick Room, and let's go Protect. No, okay. Hypnosis, Astral Barrage. Yep. Fuck that swap. Would have put me in such better position. No, that's fair. Alright, so I think I just keep spamming Trick Room. Oh no, I'm just gonna forfeit. Like, because he's just got, he can just hypnosis. Yep. Okay, so I think I just bring the, what's it called? I think I just bring the Finny over the, the Incineroar. I've got melodic speed is 81, Finny's 85. I think I still set up Trick Room. So let's go Porygon, Among Us, and then we bring in Tapu Fini. And if I get enough boosts up, I think I keep the Palkia. But this time I've got to do the switching better. Like, that was stupid. Don't know what Melodic's last move is. I'm guessing probably Ice Beam or something for grass types. Calyrex we know has got Astral Barrage and Protect. Item we do not know. Zacian we know nothing about. Palkia we don't know his last move. Well, the other thing is you can bring in the Rillaboom. Yeah. We'll see how we go. Fuck that play though, man. That was meant to be a switch in to absorb the hypnosis. Yeah, anyway. Because as soon as Palkia went down, I just had nothing to hit the melodic with. So she's melodic. Alright, let's Trick Room. I don't think we Rage Powder either. I think we just Spore into the Melodic and then into the Zacian next turn. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, so I think I Protect. Let's bring in the Tapu Fini. And let's just Protect with the Among Us. Cool. Alright. We get some leftover healing. I think I go into an Iron Defense. And I think we just pollen puff into the Tapu Fini. So he's got substation. Sub. Okay, but so he must have a little bit of speed on the melodic. I wonder what that's for. Foil. On the dash into half cool. Let's see why I don't fire up a Carmine and another Pollen Puff into this Tapu Fini. So it's got Behemoth and Sacred. Order. You've got to think of Behemoth Blades now into the little puff, which is fine. No, it does not. Puff lives to fight another day. Okay. Let us iron defense again, and let us puff into the Tapu Fini. Because I think if I let the Amogus go down, I can set up with the P2 again. And if Amogus doesn't go down this turn, I think I'll probably just swap it out. So I think he's done his job. Yeah, about time. Okay. So we just bring in the P2. Yeah, bring in the P2, and I set up Trick Room, and I'll set up another Carmine. Let's go Trick Room. Sacred Sword makes sense. Like Muddy Water should not take this out. We should be able to recover. Cool. Alright, this is a long, slow battle. Okay. So Misty Terrain disappears. I'm going to max Tapu Fini. I'm going to max Starfall into this Melodic, and I'm going to recover. That's my plan anyway, and I'm sticking to it. So now outside of critical hits, I should be able to like almost 1v1 with some Arzation. And if maybe I should have let P2 go down. Because then I could have come in and flamethrower this shit. Hopefully Sacred Sword still takes it out. Maybe I should have Foul Blade covered. As long as I do 50%, I'll be happy. Yes, okay. We gotta get rid of this melodic. Once this melodic's down, things are looking Millhouse. Things are coming up Millhouse. Does he go, yes! Sacred Sword, please get the cat of the Healer's Bash into. Okay, cool. So I might foul play into the Zacian and max Starfall again into the melodic. Max Starfall and foul play into the Zacian. I don't think foul play will break a sub. Might be pretty close. But if not, it kind of guarantees that Starfall will... Yeah, cool. Alright, we got rid of the melodic. Now we have Palkia. Now I'm probably going to Starfall into the Zacian slot. Sacred Sword, cool. Starfall into the Zacian slot and Flamethrower the Zacian slot. Zacian slot. Okay, let's bring out Palkia. Incineroar. Okay. Well, that's not fun. No, I think I do it anyway. I think I still, max Starfall into the Zacian and Flamethrower into the Zacian. I guess a Protect from that. Like, so I'll use Fake Out. Okay, that's fine. Now we know if we'll find out if it has Play Rough as its last slot. If not, Sacred Sword. So I'm guessing it's Protect. Oop. I might Moonblast. How many turns of Trick Room left? Oop, that's not what I want. One turn of Trick Room. Okay. I might Calm Mind and Hydro Pump into this Incineroar slot. Yeah, cool, cool. Now, I don't think that Incineroar is going to stay in. I think he's going to Parting Shot into Finny. Cool. And I get another Calm Mind off. And I will be able to chomp whatever comes in on that slot. Thunderous. Use a Calm Mind. Like if I can do a big enough chunk now. Nice. Nice. Do I protect Trick Room? Because I think I might attack and Trick Room. I think that might be the go. Oh. What's Nation gonna do? Okay. Oh! The lib! Oh, crit. Crit might have mattered. Crit might have mattered. I think I'm going to double into this Zacian slot. Moonblast and Flamethrower. Seem nice? Correct. So now it's 1v3. And that's not doing a lot of damage. Oh yeah, fuck that in your special attack. Substitute. Moonblast into the Incineroar slot seems nice. I don't think he's maxed yet, has he? Throat shot. Makes sense. Moonblast. Sacred Sword does, or Behemoth Blade does. Cool. Alright, brings in the Thundy. Oh, this is going a bit better than last time. Just a tiny bit better. So I'm +2. Let's go into this Sunday. But I think probably Max Sunday gets the KO here. Oh, with the Behemoth Blade. Especially if I get a special attack drop on the Sunday. And you'd think his adaptation next game, if like can clutch us out. Okay, so I do KO next turn. Max Lightning does 138 to 172. This does 72, should take me down to about 32. Should do about 40. No, 21. Oof. 2. Yeah, okay. Alright. Almost clutched it out there with the Tapu Fini. I think game 1, like that switch really, or that fucking up on the switch really did a number for me. But I really needed to bring the Tapu Fini over the Incineroar. This should be a KO. Yeah, the way the game 2 played out is really how game 1 should have played out as well. Alright, good game to my man Snoop. Yeah, that's my team. That's my Iron Defense, Calm 9, Tapu Fini to the max. That's it guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.